remember that they're changing my voice, and people have no excuse for being scared into submission, sex slavery, debt slavery, while they go to great lengths to sexually control people. The answer to homelessness is very simple. Okay, it's tiny homes in cheaper areas and conestogas, which can cost as little as $2,500 to make per unit. You simply build a bunch of them, 100 or so, or maybe 10 acres, put a shower center there, a bathroom center there, some kind of water heater, voila, you're done. Coming in around $2 million for 100 units, $20 million for 1,000 units, and $200 million for 10,000 units. For $200 million that quickly, you can end homelessness in a lot of cities in California who have 10,000 or less homeless people there. Okay. Now, one way to get there, okay, is obviously you use the home key funds, you use the existing funds for food programs to purchase shuttles, what have you. Okay, and you have new taxes, vice taxes, 2% taxes in the county, in the state, in the country. Okay, and you have kind of flat taxes. I have a war on poverty plan, but another way to do it is just a flat yearly tax. A $40 yearly tax per citizen, progressively. You calculate your income and how many, dependents you have and things like this, and they tell you per person how much you pay. So say you're a really poor family of 5. You might pay $5 per person. Whatever makes sense, they calculate it and do it progressively. Okay? And that's for the whole year. In Santa Clara County, for example, that'd be somewhere around $40 million. We'll add some change to it so it comes out at $40 million even. I just saw in the news that they expect to have 850 overdose deaths in San Francisco this year by the time the year is done. Okay, so ask yourself, why won't they help these poor people? Now, again, the fact of the matter is, people don't truly understand 1 John 2:15, right? Don't love the world, anything in the world. If anyone loves the world, love for the Father is not in them. Now, I hate to bring this up. I'm not racist. I'm not trying to single any groups out or anybody, but it's pretty straightforward that opinions of people who don't transcend the world, okay, they're not important, okay? For example, let's start with a homeless encampment of drug addicts. Do you care what they think about your outfit? So imagine you're a rich, arrogant person, because let's put ourselves in their shoes, for example, because they know this to some degree, and it's astounding that they play stupid about it. So imagine you're a rich, arrogant person, your wife is a mink coat or whatever, you drive a very expensive Mercedes or whatever, and you walk by a homeless encampment. Do you think that the opinion of those homeless, say they're drug addicts, a homeless drug addict encampment, matters to you? Now you walk by a project building. You see guys who are chasing their money, but they live with their mom or they live in the projects. I mean, they kind of don't think things through. Their whole life cause is about bragging about money they don't make, okay? And they're selling drugs to their own people. They're selling drugs to the homeless and helping finishing them off. And they're part of your greater infrastructure as a rich, arrogant person, okay? Do you think that they think that their opinion matters? Okay, then they pass some rockers, okay, and some anime convention people. You think they think their opinion matters? Now, imagine these people went to Harvard or Yale or something. They do not think it's worth hearing their opinion. Okay, they do not think it matters. Their nose is up in the air whether it is or not. You see what I'm saying? Whether it's physically up in the air or not. They pass a guy from a rural area who happens to be driving to the city for some purchase or some event in a pickup truck. You think they think his opinion matters? They pass some gang member, some jock, some skater, some poor nerd. Okay. Now, as you look at the rich, do you think the opinions of arrogant scum who used a scale that is absurd, that is corrupt, that is despicable, they're aligned to child molesters, mass murderers, okay, human traffickers, Okay, people, pharmaceutical terrorists for all intents and purposes. They're aligned to all kinds of military industrial complex, wealthy oppressors, all kinds of corporate oligarch, just the lowest of the low, low down, dirty, no good, who would mass murder just to make a buck, who would kill people just because they're uncomfortable with seeing people look more attractive than they are. Just the lowest of the low. Okay? People's opinions, when they're not the top martial artist ever possible or something, they basically don't matter. Then the next best thing goes to people who are the next. You see, you think someone's noble. If somebody's noble, right? Not in terms of, social status, but in terms of heart and character. Okay? In reality, not your white supremacist theater arts game, not in some indigenous kind of, modern, neo-pagan game or construct, but in reality, not in a hippie commune, not in a video game, in reality. Not in the Democratic Party's construct of reality or the Republican, but in actual reality. This is exactly why the elites are so wrong. From there, they get their complexes that make them sexual sadists. Their refusal to live in reality. From there, they decide to mass murder. They decide to allow for human trafficking and pedophiles and so on and so forth. From there, their war on child molestation like the war on drugs. They're the main ones doing it. And every once in a while, they throw someone under the bus or they arrest the competition or someone owes them money. Okay, it is that simple. So why, as Americans, won't we get together and insist that they house the poor, that they build rehabs, 2% vice taxes, 5%, whatever it takes to build enough rehabs, whatever it takes to build Conestogas and tiny homes. You can build a Conestoga for, $2,500 each and just have a shower center. We can literally, we include land purchases, we could literally house 10,000 people who are homeless in Santa Clara County for a mere $200 million. Between home key, between the budget, between affordable new taxes, that's doable. Elon Musk could, with his pocket money, so to speak, pay for that himself. Why don't these rich people do it? Why won't Americans rally to do it? Why do they want to kill people and pretend that they're important instead? While looking like completely psychotic, less than Penguin, less than Lex Luthor, less than the Riddler, less than the Joker type of filth. Why they insist these poor white people and poor minorities, token minorities are poor. Okay, they insist that they channel their deities, they join their cults, and they say, I'm Harley Quinn, I'm the Joker, okay, I'm a juggalo, I'm a jester, I'm an insane clown, right? Why are people so damn suggestible, foolish, and stupid, and what's in the food and the air doesn't account for the whole thing?